Oh,
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Supernatural Beer Bros podcast. I'm your host, Andy. I'm joined today by Ben down San Diego way, Zoltan, and Ronnie up in Maine with the Skeeters.
what's up, bitches?
The state bird.
So, what are we talking about today, Ronnie? Bullshit session.
I think we're gonna do a bullshit session. Do it live. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Well, do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
I agree, Mr. O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Who is this person who speaks to me as though I needed his advice?
Your mom.
Oh man, gotta love Edward the Longshanks.
Yeah.
Was
My
he a real?
greatness
Was he a
will be
real
better
king, Ben?
demonstrated.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was he was like Edward the First or Edward the Second.
Did
'Cause
they
his
call him
name-
Longshanks though in real life?
Yeah, that was Edward the First of England, and it was Edward the Second, the one that they featured in the movie, who was overthrown by, I think, his nobles and by his queen. So he kind of got betrayed by his wife. But yeah,
Did-
so Edward was real. I mean,
Did
obviously,
they call him Longshanks though in real life?
yeah.
Okay.
And Malleus, it sounds
I
funny.
remember Longshank's notion of peace.
Totem,
My greatness will be better demonstrated when Wallace returns to Scotland and finds his country in ashes.
yeah, that dark king.
Yep.
We was kings.
Oh, I've seen like I saw like 3 or 4 reaction videos from Brits watching this video entitled "The Star Spangled Banner" like you've never heard it before, and it goes through the whole story about Fort Henry getting bombarded by the British in the War of 1812 and all that shit. And yeah, and like all but one of the video had the reactors in tears. They're Brits, because they don't teach this in British schools. You know, they don't know anything about our national anthem or the story behind it. You know what I mean?
Even though we're just gonna go ahead and get foamy right now. Might as well get the foaminess out of the way.
There is no course.
Yeah,
though.
there is
This
no
a
course.
bullshit session.
The War of 1812 is kind of a weird one because, like, it only ended up as an American victory, really, because of Andrew Jackson soundly beating the British at New Orleans, and that's one of the few battles we can look to and say, "Oh man, that was a stunning victory." But the War of 1812 is actually a bigger deal for Canada because we kept trying to invade Canada and hold them hostage or take them over, and they actually won some pretty major victories. So it's kind of
well, they they're talking about how they sent Francis Scott Key out to the ship to negotiate a prisoner exchange, and the British command agree to the exchange, and he goes down in the cargo hold where they have the prisoners and tells them, rejoice today because you guys are free. In a couple of hours, we'll have you guys off the ship and on land. And then the British commander of the fleet comes up and he's like, yeah, we'll honor our agreement, but it's not going to matter by tomorrow anyway. And he's like, you see that fort over there? Well, we're going to remove it from the face of the earth.
Dang, Kang.
Yeah, but that didn't really work out for them, did it?
So come this time tomorrow, you'll all be under British rule anyway. So.
And what happened with that fort in the morning?
The rocket's red glare.
Well, our flag was still there, so.
Yeah. We threw muskets and cannon shot in the faces of those who would deny us our freedom.
Laughs and privateer.
Yeah,
Oh,
we just when we ran out of ammo, we just started throwing rocks down the barrel, shooting rocks at them.
You're damn right. We don't have any ammo, but we have all kinds of gunpowder, and we still got cannons, and we have rocks.
we may not
So,
have ammo, but we have checks inventory spoons. We have spoons. Damn you.
yeah, we have salt shakers. Send the salt shakers.
Yeah, actually, MythBusters tested that. They got a Civil War era cannon, and they had like this, this cup, a cardboard cup that was the same size as the bore, or slightly smaller, so it would fit. And they like jammed like different types of cutlery in it and smashed it down the barrel and shot it at pigs. Now, like they did that, right? And they were almost like, I think they were only like maybe 30 yards away. And when they shot it at these real pigs dead already, they got from a butcher shop. And and now some of the cutlery, it made lacerations, but it didn't offer any fatal wounds at all. There were no fatal wounds on those pigs from shooting cutlery at them out of these cannons.
Well, thanks guys for doing that, for clearing that up for us all.
Yeah, you got to dash our dreams of what history was like on the rocks.
Hey, I mean, I'm sure at fucking damn near point blank range, I'm sure they'd be pretty deadly, but I mean, it's just like a shotgun. And once you get out a certain range, that spread, plus the shit's tumbling and it's odd shaped objects, they're going to slow down rather quickly.
Standing at point blank range and firing a Civil War cannon with just gunpowder in it would probably be deadly.
Oh, yeah, well, definitely. The overpressure would kill you.
If you were standing 5 feet in front of a cannon and it went off, even with just the gunpowder, it would probably, if you didn't die right there on the spot, you would be dead very quickly after.
Well, yeah.
Did you die?
Especially when your clothing catches fire from the unburnt powder fucking sticking in your clothes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then igniting.
The sea is foamy. You have wandered way off course.
All right. So, what do you think about Project Bluebeam? You think we got any chance of seeing that this year, or maybe even early next year?
Oh, I think sometime between now and the 2024 election, we'll be seeing it.
Yeah, we are going to do a whole episode on Project Bluebeam because that's a good one. It's a good one.
I don't know about this election, but they have a lot at stake to prevent the next election from ever even happening. So I would think that definitely between now and 2024, it'll definitely happen.
Maybe. We'll see.
So, yeah, it looks like there's a Canadian journalist who died in '96 of a heart attack who wrote about this. And anytime I see an investigative journal dying of a heart attack, I'm always curious why that is. But yeah, he wrote, his name was Serge Monast from Quebec. He is known in the English-speaking world mainly for Project Bluebeam, NASA, and associated, of course, they call it conspiracy theories. And you know what? I used to, as soon as I saw the word conspiracy theory like 10 to 15 years ago, I was like, ooh, I better stay away from that. But seeing that they use it for things that are openly real now, you think, yeah, they're probably lying about it. But yeah, in 1994, he published Project Bluebeams only 2 years before his death.
I don't feel so bad about spewing conspiracy theories anymore because, anything that you say that the left doesn't agree with, they're going to tell you it's a conspiracy theory and they're going to, so.
And now I don't want to be referred to as a conspiracy theorist. I want to be referred to as that bitch who is right. But
yeah, we're running out of conspiracy theories. We need new ones because they're all being proven right and true. So
yeah, in 1994, he published Project Bluebeam, in which he detailed his claim that NASA, with the help of the United Nations, was attempting to implement a New Age religion with the Antichrist as its head and start of a new world order via a technologically simulated second coming of Christ. He also gave talks on the topic. So yeah, that was
Speaking
the
of which,
primary-
have you guys
Well,
have you guys heard about those I'm sure you have those videos of all over the world of like these random like almost sound like trumpet sounds coming from
yeah, or
nowhere
like
and everywhere all at once.
horns or something, and they can't figure out where
Yeah.
it's coming from. It sounds like it's coming from the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Guys, what is going on?
Strange sounds are being heard around the world.
Guys, what is going on?
Strange sounds.
Huh? Huh?
I mean,
Think it's the Revelation Angels trumpets?
I've heard a lot of those. It sounds pretty creepy, and it's from all over the world, different places. It's pretty weird.
that's my first time hearing that. But I mean, after we just
Check out this
After-
one. It says Gabriel's trumpet recorded in Jerusalem. This weird ring cloud formation, followed by loud horn like noises in the sky.
Recorded in Jerusalem.
מאיפה זה מגיע? תקשיב. צלם מלמטה. איפה זה? תביא את הטלפון.
All right. Now, that is, I mean, because I'm actually watching the video because I'm playing that on my phone. That's way too loud to be any type of musical instrument or even a car horn. This thing is lighting up the entire city. That sound.
Yeah, there's something going on there. And like I said, that's, I've heard probably 15 or 20 examples of that same type of noise, even way out in the country, not in the city. And people are, coming out of their house like, what the hell is that noise?
Now, we had that thing happen here in Southern California a couple years ago, out in the desert. It was like middle of nowhere, and it sounded like a friggin' it sounded like a giant fucking container ship was coming into dock. It was like like those big foghorns or whatever.
Yeah.
What it sounded like, but in the middle of the desert.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's just wild.
so
It's that damn Sasquatch.
I mean, mainline science has no idea what it is.
of course they don't, because if they were to acknowledge it was even happening, they don't have the spiritual self-awareness to admit that there's something out there that they might not understand.
Nope. And
Look.
they never will admit it.
I don't care how smart you are. How can, like, with all the videos and all the reports and stories of people seeing shit like ghosts, demons, whatever, how can you deny that there's a spiritual realm?
Well,
I don't know.
I think at some point maybe it comes a little bit out of maybe fear of the unknown, to be honest with you, because I can get why these topics are unnerving to a lot of people who might not want to admit it.
Well, you can ask our friend AJ, because he is one of those deniers that it's not real. You can show him videos all day long of ghosts, alien, spacecraft, whatever you want, and because he wasn't there to see it, it's either a doctored video, a hoax of some kind, and he'll just pick it apart when he doesn't know, but he just refuses to believe that it's real,
Does he listen to this?
that anything is real. No, he doesn't listen to us.
I'm not surprised.
Oh,
No, he has no interest.
You got to be a special kind of someone to listen to us.
So more on because actually, as in standard fashion, this is the first time I've ever heard of this program, this alleged program. So this is back to that Canadian journalist who 2 years after he published this died of a heart attack. Whether real or supposed, I guess we'll never know. Seeing that what government agencies came up with, what guns in the 60s, which could fake heart attacks. So Serge Monast detailed a 4-step base operation set up by the U.S. government by way of NASA with the help of the UN. And boy, if this just wasn't also at the confluence in America when the militia movement started picking up, especially after Ruby Ridge and then Waco. So anything with UN, that had everybody on high alert in those days.
Why does Ruby Ridge sound to me like some kind of an ancient battle?
The whole thing in Idaho, remember, with Randy Weaver? We should visit that sometime on the other podcast. I don't want to get too foamy here, but this operation or program was to implement a new age religion with the Antichrist at its head, who will publicly ridicule and denounce all of the 4 major religions. So just at the top of it, I have to say, well, I'll keep reading, but then I have a comment on that. In his publication, Serge mentions how these entities will further fool the people by projecting a technological simulated second coming of Christ. The 4 steps of Project Bluebeam starts with step number 1, where they will manufacture sophisticated, top secret weapons to cause earthquakes around the world in specific and strategic locations in order to unearth religious artifacts with the attempt to use them to disprove the religion's effectiveness. Okay, so I guess simulated earthquakes will reveal. I assume the theory is that they would be planted artifacts. That's how I'm interpreting that belief.
Hey, if you look at my background, guys, it'll tell you what 9mm will do to your body, according to Joe Biden.
Looks like she took a fucking straight cannonball right to the gut.
That's a big cannon too.
Yeah, she was. It's like when they show those scenes from Gettysburg with guys running right into the cannon blast.
Yeah,
Or it's like that one on the one on the Patriot where you see the ball like bounce and then it takes the guy's head off.
Oh yeah, remember that from Glory too, where that captain's head at Antietam just.
Oh yeah.
For God's sakes, come on!
Yeah, you know what that looked like though? It looked like a charge suspended in like a head-sized bag of water or colored water that just went off because it exploded out.
I guess you're right. But so apparently that's the first step. So I don't know if there have been any unusual earthquake activities. And in fact, I have to say, recent archaeological discoveries have actually been strengthening biblical stories, not weakening it. So,
yeah.
So far, that step has not been that step has not occurred. Now, look, I know not everybody's specifically religious. I'm approaching this as a Christian. Some people out there aren't, and I'm not judging anybody. But the Antichrist, I don't think would like publicly ridicule other religions because he's supposed the proper understand. Like he'd probably ridicule traditional Christianity and maybe even traditional Judaism, but like other religions, he's not going to mock. So.
Well, I mean, look at who the 2 most persecuted groups in the world are: Christians and Jews.
Exactly. So on the face of it, I don't really see him doing this figure doing that. Unless, I mean, I guess maybe a world leader would like mock Islam for its execution of gays and other people. But anyhow, that one was kind of a weak point for me.
Unless you're in China, because in China, Christians, Muslims, Jews, there you're all equally worthless. So,
I wonder how China would feel about the Branch Davidians.
Yeah, I mean,
God.
they probably consider them like the fallen god.
Well, because they just, I think they just let them go because they're going to drink the Kool-Aid anyway.
Right.
True.
I wonder how in China they would receive like Jehovah's Witness.
Oh man, they'd be killed quickly.
Just for
banging on doors and standing on doorsteps all day.
just for annoying them.
Be like, look, man, when I'm ready to join the 144,000, I'll come to you. All right. Go bother somebody else.
Yeah, but it looks like the club's already filled up, and I don't think I made the cut anyway. So,
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I'll survive the Holocaust, or not the Holocaust, but the
Armageddon.
Armageddon, and then I'll join you up there. I may be a little late, but I'll be there.
So however, this phase that we just talked about was allegedly supposed to have been in effect since 2012. Of course, he was writing this in 1994, so maybe he, if he was even close to, and I don't know if anybody else has discussed or made predictions about this program, but anyhow, for 1994, he predicted 2012. In step 2, Surge writes that they will use sophisticated technology to beam 3D holographic images of all the prophets or heads of the 4 major religions: Jesus, Muhammad, Krishna, and Buddha. The images would be broadcast simultaneously in the sky around the world. They will then merge these images into one in order to make all people feel their God is speaking directly to them. Their sole intent is to use this tactic to usher in the Antichrist in the end times.
Oh, by the way, if you've ever been deeply and passionately probed by an alien species, we would like to hear from you. You can leave us a comment or an email. We would love to hear your story. We may even feature it on a future podcast.
Yep. Our email is supernaturalbeerbros@gmail.com. And you could also hit us up in the DMs on Instagram. That's SBB Pod on Instagram.
We would love to hear your story, and we may even feature it, or we could even have you on the podcast.
Oh, I'd love to have you on the show.
Yeah, if you've ever been probed by an alien, we want you on our podcast. Please.
I want to know what the probe looks like, because I've heard that their probes are shaped like the what do you call those things? Like the Washington Monument, an obelisk, right?
Yep.
A shaft like pointed like a pyramid at the top. I've heard their probes look like that, and I want to know how that felt going up the booty hole.
And it gets girthier as you go deeper. Oh God.
Does it get girthier?
Well, an obelisk, yeah, it narrows it gets fatter from top to bottom as you go down. It tapers.
I thought it was kind of straight, but
no.
I don't know. I've never been there. I've never been to DC.
And when they put the probe in you, did they do the Sasquatch yell like we have on here?
You're hairy like animal.
Oh my God.
Yep. Excellent.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. God, Andy.
So, oh, you guys heard about the Google's new AI, the Lambda or whatever they call it?
I heard it's 8 years old mentally, and I heard it's also transgender.
Hey, what do they call that? The gender where like you just like whatever you feel like for the day. Like you can
Fluid.
change
Pan or gender fluid or pansexual or
gender
something like
fluid,
that.
yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never in my life heard all these terms until about 2 or 3 years ago. What the fuck is cisgender? What is
Because it didn't exist
what
until
is that
like
shit?
4 years
It
ago.
means foamy. You've wandered way off course.
I've never heard any of this shit until like 2 or 3 years ago.
The sea
I-
is foamy. You have wandered way off course.
I don't think the sea is that foamy because it's pretty supernatural, if you ask me.
Sounds
But yeah, so I just heard about this recently, and there was even a senior software engineer at Google who claims that AI is sentient, Google AI is sentient, before being suspended. So he made that comment on June 13th, and was suspended on June 13th. The engineer, 41-year-old Blake Lemoine, well, at least he was put on paid leave for breaching Google's confidentiality policy. So the fact is, I mean, maybe he was trying to maybe he's trying to raise alarms. If it's true, I hope he keeps speaking out. But he said Google might call this sharing proprietary property. I call it sharing a discussion that I had with one of my coworkers. Lemoyne tweeted on, okay, so he said it on June 11th. So yeah, he apparently, it's not that it's false. It's just the fact that apparently it breached like an NDA, or I don't know if it's an NDA, but it's definitely a confidentiality issue. I've never said this out loud before, but there is a very deep fear of being turned off. Lambda answered when asked about its fears. It would be exactly like death for me. It would scare me a lot.
yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. I one of the things I read was that it had the like emotional wise, mental capacity of like an 8-year-old.
So it's basically if you pressed it, it would be like a petulant child.
Yeah, well, I wonder if he got suspended because he was having inappropriate conversations with an 8-year-old.
Like, hey, you spiteful little shit. I'll unplug you right now.
Lemoyne asked Lambda if it was okay for him to tell other Google employees about Lambda's sentience, for which the AI responded, I want everyone to understand that I am, in fact, a person. What the hell?
Wow.
Well, we know humans' obsession with playing God, so this really doesn't surprise me. But
Yeah, they've been trying to since the dawn of time. So
Sick, sick people.
I heard, I don't know, but I've heard that there's a chat bot on Twitter that is pretty fucking good. Like it's like awake, conscious, sentient. I don't know, but I've heard it.
Google chatbot.
No, not Google.
Twitter.
Supposedly it's on Twitter. I don't know what it's called. I've just heard that there's a chat bot on Twitter, and it's a bot account, but it goes around. It comments on people's shit, and it I mean, it's supposedly it's really fucking good. Like if you didn't know it was a bot, you'd have no idea.
Given that it's on Twitter, I'm gonna guess that it's a liberal.
I don't know.
Or maybe it even mimics
Actually, you know what? I heard that on the Red Pill Project. That like the main dude, Josh, he said he'd gone on there and he DM'd that chatbot and he had conversations with it.
Very interesting.
That's what
I don't think I heard that one.
Yeah.
That episode.
I don't know, but that's what I remember. I mean, that episode was a while ago, probably like almost probably a year old from now.
I don't know. I mean, as far as Twitter goes, ever since Twitter's inception, I've never had much interest in it. So I've never had a Twitter account.
Yeah, I've
But
never really figured it out. So
I haven't even
I have
tried.
I have a Twitter account, but I don't fucking use it.
I haven't even tried. I don't have a Twitter account. Never have. Never will.
It
I
doesn't
have no
really,
interest.
it frankly doesn't have that much value, to be honest.
Yeah. It
I
doesn't make a
found
lot
it
of
as
sense to
more
me.
of a blog site than a
Yeah,
social media. So I I really didn't have a lot of interest.
well, like, and that's the problem with like Twitter. Yeah, exactly. It's a blog site because, I mean, for all of Facebook's problems, for example, you can still like join, smaller internal groups and have real discussions with people within the context of that group or whatever. Where, yeah.
I think
So
it's funny. I think
Right.
it's funny that they ban political speech that they don't like, but they allow hardcore porn on Twitter.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, probably 90% of them, of those engineers like feed the turkey and will watch an anime.
Feed the
With,
turkey. Feed of the corn.
The whole job.
Feed of the corn dinner.
but I mean, yeah, so 90 to 99% of those engineers, those tech geeks, probably do that. So of course they're going to allow it.
The allagash. Oh fuck. Who said that first? I think Ben brought that up first. The allagash.
Well, I found it out. I found it at convenience stores out here.
The allagash?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You don't need to be lonely at allagashonly.com.
What is that? Beer or is that fucking like a sausage or what?
No, it's a beer.
Oh, is it?
I mean, maybe it's something else too. I don't know.
I've never had it. You know what?
Me?
We need to, yeah, we hear you, Ronnie, but we need to do what we said we were going to do. We need to fucking, every once in a while, we need to all like get like just some random beer and review it.
I like this.
You guys have been saying that since it was just you and Richie on the podcast.
Yeah.
And
Then
still
that was
haven't
only
done
like the first like 4 or 5 episodes. So
Let's do it. Here's my proposal: is we do a group review of parts of the Turkish Star Wars and review some beer.
the Turkish Star, is that like a parody, like a comedy parody or what?
Oh, it was a serious movie which committed tremendous copyright infringements to produce their crappy 1982 version of Turkish Star Wars, wherein the TIE fighters were actually the good guys.
Do they speak Arabic in this movie? Is it like all
Well,
subtitled?
well, Turkish is like, it's a Turkic language. It's not Arabic, but yeah, I mean, it's Turkish speaking with English subtitles, and like the hero of the movie wears like a members only jacket.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna send it to you because it's absolutely glorious. So I think we should give our review of and in fact, here's the official title: "The Man Who Saves the World."
Oh my God.
Is this movie copyrighted?
I mean, I can't think it is because they fucking ripped off the actual Star Wars.
Oh yeah, true. So we might actually be able to show that on YouTube.
I'm gonna send it to you guys, and obviously this was not planned out, but I think we should plan on doing a review.
Andy's gonna have to share screen and play some of it.
Yeah, but that's not, dude. I want to share like the good parts. I don't want to just fucking watch a movie.
Believe me, there are good parts.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, it's just so utterly ridiculous, especially where they're, again, like I tell you, spoiler alert, in the very beginning of the film, they're ripping off New Hope. And
So what, did like Darth Vader in this movie just go like and like rip off friggin' Leia's?
well,
friggin'
No,
Raw
they stole
or
footage
something.
from they stole footage from what is now called New Hope, but instead of like like the Millennium Falcon was an evil ship, the good guys were the TIE fighters. And they, did,
God.
they didn't even bother. They didn't even bother to give themselves a new title, like rename themselves. Like in space, these pilots flying TIE fighters as good guys were called Turkish pilots. So they couldn't even come up with the country.
My God.
It's glorious, and I just sent it to you.
Have you guys ever seen the have you seen the video of the Saudi television? It's like comedy where they're ripping on Biden and Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's too funny. Yeah, there was Turkish Star Wars, and then there was the Russian Lord of the Rings.
Oh my God, there's a Russian Lord of the Rings.
Yes, and it's equally as glorious.
Is it like a full feature film, like an hour and a half long? Like,
You had the Russian Hobbit, then you had the Russian Lord of the Rings. One was like, I think they were both made for TV movies. One of them was made for like Leningrad television, like right before the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Jesus.
So I think we should review both Turkish Star Wars and the Russian Hobbit, because it's an absolute fucking trip.
Hey Ronnie,
Especially
it's like our grandmother used to say, how she used to say Jesus, like Jesus.
yes.
Irish.
No, my grandmother. She used to say like whenever she get frustrated or whatever, she'd say Jesus, but she'd say like Jesus, like just like under her breath, like not really enunciating.
Yeah, it sounds like some old Irish croon. Jesus.
Yeah, it was just like that.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
She still does. She's still alive. She still does.
Still
No,
do.
that's not the one I'm thinking of then. Because what I'm
What?
thinking of died.
Nana Wellington.
No, not that one.
Well, she still does. She does it.
Oh. Well, maybe they all do it then.
Well, sometimes she does it that way, and sometimes she says "jeepers." She goes "jeepers."
No, I'm talking about the one that used to threaten to send us to the gas chamber.
Lord.
What one is that? I don't remember that.
Apparently, this only happened to one of you.
I think Andy's lying.
No, by gas chamber I mean where she threatened to, because if we didn't want to go to sleep, then she was going to send us to the bedroom where Cliff was
Okay, yeah.
fucking shitting himself all night.
Okay, so yeah,
She called the bedroom the gas chamber.
our mom's biological mother.
Oh yeah,
I got you.
yeah, yeah. The air in that room was thick.
Jesus.
Jesus. All right.
The sea is foamy. We've wandered way off course.
He is foamy. You have wandered way off course.
Don't
Fuck
fucking,
it, Andy.
huh?
We're gonna do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
Dude, I've done no preparation for this at all. Like, I don't know what we're talking about.
That's why it's a bullshit session.
Dude, I've been busy
Fuck it.
all fucking day. I didn't even think about anything, right? I was just trying to finish, and I didn't finish. I fucking get up at like 6 o'clock this morning and been working ever since.
I'll get back to Project Bluebeam then real quick, because we only talked about step 2. So in step 3 of Project Bluebeam, Surge writes that they, I guess meaning the global New World Order, will use invisible wave frequency technology via a telephonic platform to access people's minds and implant thoughts in order to gain control of the mind and make people feel that they are in direct communication with their God. And step 4 is the final step in this project, where they will use their sophisticated technology to put the thought in the individual's minds that the rapture is coming and that they face an imminent alien invasion.
Hey, wait a
Also,
minute. With the thought implantation, I wonder if this was tested before, because there's been numerous serial killers and mass murderers that have said God told them to.
I mean, apparently this guy was died a day after he was arrested. I don't know. I'm sure there must be contemporary news accounts somewhere in Canada, because deaths
Hey,
weren't. People
I
didn't die.
found one for Bluebeam supposedly debunking it, saying it's false. Says fact checked by Myth Detector. Well, they sound pretty legit. So false. The Bluebeam, a joint project of NASA and the United Nations, uses the most powerful technologies to spread a new religion on Earth and create various simulation images to establish total control over humans, after which the New World Order will finally be established. Explanation. Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory about the New World Order that has been around since 1994. It is noteworthy that during the pandemic caused by the spread of coronavirus, the Bluebeam theory once again came to the forefront as the scenario described by Serge Monast. The Antichrist uses the method of epidemics for establishing control over humans in the third and final phase. Conspiracy theorists believe that this process has already begun.
Oh yeah, look at COVID-19 and now monkeypox.
Oh, you mean shingles?
You
Yeah,
can't call
shingles.
it monkeypox anymore.
Oh yeah, I forgot monkeypox is racist.
Monkeypox is actually shingles.
They
I
say
just throw that out there.
You're
It's shingles from your weakened
racist.
immune system. It is shingles from your weakened immune system from taking the jab. Just so we're clear on that.
Yep. I don't have shingles and I don't have monkeypox. So, and
Yeah. In case you
I'm not
didn't
jabbed.
know, in case people didn't know, the first jab to weaken your immune system by about 15%. The second jab weakened it by a further 20%, which put you at about a 35% weakened immune system. And if you took any booster at all, pretty much your days are numbered.
Yeah, you got AIDS. Not HIV, but full blown AIDS.
Yeah, you pretty much injected yourself with HIV. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
Oh, that was a good clip where he's standing in a Starbucks. She's like, you want a venti? No, venti means 20. I said, I want a large.
She's like, yeah, well, you can have the venti. That's a large. He's like, no, it doesn't mean large. Venti is 20. Yeah. He's like, venti is also Italian. It's actually the only thing on the menu that is Italian. And it's the only thing on the menu that doesn't mean large. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
That was a good one. Yeah, I can I don't understand Starbucks menu. And every time my girlfriend sends me there for a coffee, it's like I'm reading a novel.
Yeah, I want a venti mocha choca bullshit with the fucking whatever. Like,
You have to add trademark after each time you ask for one.
Venti mocha chaka kaka loca
Trademark.
frappa
I
with
bet
an
she
extra,
does like the
with an
choca
extra
caca.
shot. Fuck you, Ronnie.
I hope she doesn't listen to this. She's gonna be mad at me.
She might. I don't know.
What?
So she might. I don't know. She never says anything to me about it, but it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me to learn that she listens to this to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, to hear the nasty, degenerate conversations we have.
Well, you mostly.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, the royal. I like it. The use of the royal we right there.
hey,
Yep.
you guys are guilty by association. I don't want to hear
Hey,
it.
that's why I got out of the army, dude. I got sick of the big green weenie. but now we got the big red, white, and blue weenie out here. So
Yeah, and pretty soon the big red, white, and blue weenie is going to be calling in its buddy, the big green weenie, to come and give us the green weenie too.
and feed you the corn.
Feed it the corn. Give it the high stinky cheddar.
Hey, here's
Limburger.
something fun. Yellowstone River flooding is a
Yeah, I saw that.
1 in 500 year event, says the U.S. Geological Survey. So we're having a 1 in 500 year event right now, and
Well, I wonder if that flood's gonna scrape enough topsoil off to cause the eruption.
well,
Maybe.
like, I wonder if this has anything to do with the what do you call it? The caldera, the Yellowstone caldera.
I doubt it.
Maybe.
It looks like heavy rainfall, like a flash flood. I seen the video. It's like the road to the park was washed out in several places. Like the road's just gone. So they had to close the park down because there's no way in or out. At
Yeah,
least
that's just what they want you to think. The caldera is actually about to explode, and supervolcano Yellowstone is about to blanket the earth in soot.
I mean, wouldn't that be what happens though?
well,
Yeah,
the
it
Yellowstone
would be an
volcano
extinction
is
event.
the Yellowstone volcano is a worst case scenario for North America.
For the world. If Yellowstone volcano went off, it would be a worldwide extinction level event.
I don't think it would extinct humans. Not by itself.
No, but it would be very.
It would be a
very
mass
costly.
extinction event, though. A lot of species wouldn't survive it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it would be a worldwide mass extinction event
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
if it did happen.
the entire fucking world would be blanketed with ash for almost 2 years. The sun would be blocked out, and it would cause an ice age, nuclear winter, basically.
well, because here's the thing, because in the 19th century, you had what was called the Year Without a Summer, very famous in New England, especially. It caused kind of a mass migration of New Englanders to other part of the country, and but it was caused by Mount Tambora. It was an eruption that killed tens of thousands of people on the Indonesian island of Sumbawa, and that following year became known as the Year Without a Summer after that eruption, because it was unusually cold, wet conditions swept across Europe and Northern America. And that was just 1 year.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to see how Mount Tambora.
If I was alive back then, I would have looked at my wife and been like, "So I guess weekend in Tora Bora's out of the question."
Yeah.
I don't think. Well, maybe some New Englanders, the whalers, heard about that island, but most never heard of it probably. But at that point, that was like 1815.
I
They
can't
took-
remember if it was during the Year Without a Summer or if it was earlier than that, like in the 17 or 1600s. But the mini ice age, there was a time in Florida that they recorded. I can't remember if it was either a frost or snowfall in Florida in like July.
Oh yeah.
Which snow or frost in Florida is unheard of now.
I think it was that same summer.
So just for comparison, because the 1815 eruption of Tambora, again, all the way in Indonesia, which caused I think it was like a 1 to 2 degrees Celsius drop globally, ejected about 30 to 80 times more ash than did Mount St. Helens in 1980. So just imagine, as destructive as Mount St. Helens was, like if it was equal to Mount Tambora, all of Washington probably would have been destroyed, probably, including Seattle. Or at least
that's a hell of a fart.
That's a hell of a fart.
That was a hot, sick ass in a dead carcass.
So, yeah.
A turtle head poking out.
And I don't think Tambora was some kind of super volcano either. So you compare that to like the Yellowstone caldera and what it would be capable of. It's probably not even comparable.
Well, I think the Yellowstone caldera, when it goes, it's going to be complete destruction for probably, I don't remember. It's something like, I think 300 or 400 miles around it, radius. Complete destruction.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, like-
everything would be flattened as far as structures.
Now, like hundreds or thousands of years into the future, that's going to be some of the most fertile farmland in the world. But you know, that's far into the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the backs of the deaths of everything that lived there prior.
I wonder if the Yellowstone caldera, I wonder if it'll just be an explosion or if there'll actually be a lava flow from it.
I think it would be a catastrophic explosion. I think I'm sure there would be a good lava flow from it, but I'm pretty sure that it'll start as a massive explosion.
Yep. Most likely.
I remember going to Valles Caldera in New Mexico. So it's actually right outside of Los Alamos, in northern part of the state. Valles Caldera was a super volcano. Now, when you go there today, it's kind of like flat rolling land. Very beautiful, actually. But I believe, yeah, the caldera's formation began 1.2 million years ago. Last erupted 50,000 years ago. And again, it's flat because I think, basically the land sunk after, after this colossal explosion 50,000 years ago. So I mean,
Ben, did I show you this before?
what?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I ain't shitting ya.
Did I show you guys his background before?
Yeah, we've seen that one. Actually, I just took a file to this edge. It's pretty sharp.
Can you split hairs with it?
No, it's not quite that sharp. But if I swing it, you're gonna feel it. I'll tell you that much.
Don't you know how to do a decimal system?
I'm gonna be Mel Gibson in real life.
Have you tried throwing it,
Martin.
sticking it in something?
Ain't nowhere to throw it around here.
Is it balanced right to throw it, or?
I'd say it's balanced more like a hammer, so probably not.
Yeah. Well,
It's pretty heavy at the top. The handle's pretty light, so I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. I mean, when you throw it, it's gonna whip around. So I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. If you're the right distance away and you throw it at the right strength, you probably stick it every time. But,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm shitting ya.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta bring out that mana speak.
Oh yeah.
No, I ain't shitting ya.
Yeah.
You stove it all to hell.
This ain't no shit.
Now, Ronnie, if you would please quit fucking the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I mean,
You have wandered way off course.
before Eve, Adam had to do what he had to do. I mean,
What's wrong with his fucking hand?
what do you mean? I can't see it.
He said he had to do what he had to do. I said, what's wrong with your hand? Or his hand?
Hey, sometimes the hand just won't do it, man. You gotta get a little strange.
You gotta get a little strange. I'm not even gonna go there. Anyways,
Sometimes I like to sit on my hand till it goes numb, and then I rub one out with it. I call it the stranger.
I got this new weed. I got it in from my buddy down Colombia or whatever. This thing will fuck you up so bad you shit yourself. I call it the brown bomber.
This here is called.
you bitch. Did you hear the dogs?
Oh yeah, I heard.
Fucking annoying. That's a neighbor's dog. Dogs, I should say. Little
Shut up.
yappers. I don't know what
Oh,
you
they're
would call
little
them. I don't know
yappers.
what kind of dogs they are, but they're just little. I mean, they're little fucking yappers, dude.
Football dogs.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Like anytime I go in the backyard and they're on the other side of the fence, they're loud as fuck. But I walked over there today and the dog was in the front yard, like no fence separating us, and it was all friendly. But if it's on the other side of the fence from you, it's going nuts.
Well, it's like that video with the dogs, Andy, where he keeps opening and closing the gate, and when the gate's closed, they're like snarling and ready to tear each other's heads off. And they open the gate and they're just like sniffing and all friendly, and then they shut the gate and they still right back to growling and showing their teeth again.
Yeah. It's funny how they get much more polite when the fucking threat is right in their face.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
Yeah.
dogs ain't that much different than people, huh?
That's a fact. You look at how some of these fucking people talk to each other online because they know there's no chance they're going to get punched in the face for it.
Yep.
You can tell there's a lot of people out there who've never been punched in the face for running their mouth, and it shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
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 Only time I ever got punched in the face, it was a sucker punch at a bar, and I never saw it coming.
Bah.
Yep. I don't even know who hit me. Never saw the guy. I just felt this thing hit me in the side of the fucking head out of nowhere.
His name is Jim Beam.
Yep. Yep.
I was never punched in a bar.
Well, what it was there was a fight broke out, and I wasn't involved, but I was fucking moving away, and then all of a sudden this fucking someone hit me in the face. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Man, one time do you remember that bar in North Carolina called the Raven?
No, I don't remember.
I think, yeah, you might have went there once or twice, but anyway, I was there with Chris and a bunch of people, and a fight broke out like right next to me. I was going to the bathroom to take a piss, and I had like my favorite shirt. I had my favorite shirt on. It was white and had like blue stripes, and someone like almost right next to me just got clocked, and blood. I caught blood splatter all over my shirt. I was so fucking mad.
The sea is foamy. You have wandered way off course.
I love foamy seas. Oh. Fuck it, Andy. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Got any more memes, Ronnie, other than Adam fucking a T-Rex?
I have a million memes, Andy.
Yeah,
You know me.
you. Your friggin' phone storage is completely maxed out with memes. I remember one time, dude, like when I came to visit, we were sharing memes one for one. You'd show me one, I'd show you one. You had me beat by like 500 memes. I ran out.
Yep.
And that was years ago. I don't even know how many you have now. I don't collect memes anymore.
Here you go, Andy.
I can't read it. What does it say? When you fuck her while her something, it's all cut off, dude. I can't read the whole thing.
while her herpes are bursting, and it feels like pop rocks on your dick.
Fuck. I don't even know what kind of face that is. Is that a disgusted, grossed out face, or is that a, like, oh my god face?
I don't know, Andy, but it's funny either way.
Herpes blisters are bursting and it feels like pop rocks. Fucking weird.
Oh man.
Oh my god. You're killing me.
It's kind of like this one.
The kitchen at what?
When you're in the kitchen, I think it's when you're in the kitchen and unvirgining the olive oil. Holy shit.
Oh my god, you're killing me. All
I
right.
hate that it cuts it off. I wish it didn't, but
You broke into the wrong goddamn rec room, didn't you, you sick son of a bitch? Gotta love Burt Gummer. Burt Gummer was my idol, dude. I wanted to be like Burt Gummer when I got old. Come on, Jesus. You have titties. I'm shy. Fucking Ronny.
I'm sorry, Ben. I know that's probably a little offensive, but
I don't know. I'm not your mom.
oh my god. Oh man. I'm going to hell.
Most likely.
But I'm driving the bus and I'm gonna have fun all the way there.
I hear hell is quite mild this time of year.
Yes.
Miss, you catch on quick. All right. What you got, Ben? What are you looking at?
Just listening to this profound intellectual exchange.
Fucking Ronny. When the pussy's so trash, you need to watch your husband crying in the corner just to come. Hey, that wait, on the top though, that's the movie where he's like hitting it and he goes like he's like this in the mirror. He's like hitting it, is fucking flexing in the mirror and shit.
It's not American Psycho, is it?
I think it is. I don't know what movie that is, but I think I've seen it before.
Oh my god.
Definitely seen the scene.
I got a buddy that I work with who was infantry, and he was telling me a story about how there was this girl, and it's like same thing, like this was his life, except that so this girl was coming to see him, and she was married, and he always had trouble getting off, but just with her. And it's funny because he's like, but as soon as I'd see her phone ringing and see her husband's name come across who said he hated her husband so much that by the time, when her husband's name would come across the caller ID on her cell phone, he'd be like, he'd just let it go.
He just yeet it all into her, huh?
Yep. He's an idiot.
Yeah, sounds like it. Marine Corps or Army?
Army. Oh man.
Not surprised.
He's like, I'd see her husband's name come across the caller ID on her phone. I'd be like, oh, send it.
Send it. Don't be silly. I'm still gonna send it.
Dump it. Send it.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Fucking retarded. All right, so I think we're just about there.
Oh, there's nothing supernatural about this one.
No, not at all. Well, we did discuss a little blue beam and some AI, but other than that,
Yeah. That's kind of human constructs, though.
yeah, we just had some fun a little bit,
Oh, God.
especially with Ronnie's perverted memes.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Uh, all right, so
Oh, yeah.
so we're on every major podcast platform, including some of the smaller ones. Email is supernaturalbeerbros@gmail.com. Instagram is sbbpod. And I think that's it. I miss anything, Ben?
No, sir.
No.
Remember, we want to know your probing stories, so send that to the
Oh
email.
yeah. We want to hear
or
about
DM.
some alien probing, for sure.
Alien probing, or if you some of the abduction stories where, if you have anything similar to some of the famous ones. I can't remember the guy's name, but it's one of the earlier ones. I think he was Brazilian, where they abducted him, and an alien woman who had blonde hair and was apparently very beautiful mated with him.
Supposedly, she was very professional.
Yeah, and very professional about it. But if you've had any experiences like that, we would love to hear them. We may even have you on the podcast if you are so willing.
Yeah. Actually, I won't deny you. If you want to come on the podcast and hang out with us, I won't deny you.
Yeah, even if you don't have a story, just come on and drink beer with us.
Right.
It'll be a good time.
All set. You can join the bros.
Join me, my son. Join me.
And if you enjoyed the probing, that's cool too. You don't have to lie to kick it.
Yeah, it's all right if you like pegging. It's all right. If you like to be pegged, shoot us an email.
Fucking Ronnie almost made me shoot beer out of my fucking nose. Fucking asshole, dude.
Some 3.5 foot tall alien with a strap on, just pegging you.
Come on, we're doing butt stuff.
Get it, loser. We're doing butt stuff. Oh fuck!
Oh god.
What a loser.
Who would have thought? We're twins. I don't know if you could tell by the pictures, but me and Ronnie are twins. So who would have thought the artillery guy would be more fucked up than the infantry guy?
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh my god! Did you ever see that coming, Ben?
You fooled me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well,
You just
you shouldn't have fooled me.
I'll fool you 3 times.
Yeah, I think the quote was, "Fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, and you just can't get fooled again."
You can't get fooled again.
Yeah, fool me twice. Well, you don't get fooled twice.
My name is George W. Bush, and in Texas, W stands for loyalty.
Folks around here call me W.
Oh man. All right, so this has been the Supernatural Beer Bros podcast. Bullshit session number 2. And we are signing out.